America has this habit of trying to find ways to criminalize Black kids. In the 90s, they called them super predators. And that one word, that lie, it reshaped laws. It filled prisons. It built careers off of fear. And even when they admitted they were wrong, nothing changed for the people who paid the price. The term came from John DeLulio, a Princeton political scientist. And in 1995, he warned that a wave of radically impulsive, remorseless youth, mostly Black and brown, of course, were coming to kill and maim without remorse. He called them super predators, and the media ate it up. The New York Times, Newsweek, Time Magazine, they all ran with it. And once Americans got scared, politicians saw opportunity. Because fear sells, fear funds, fear wins elections. Now, here's where it gets tricky, right? Joe Biden never officially used the word super predator, but he co-authored and championed the 1994 crime bill, the same tough-on-crime machine that grew out of that fear. He's since admitted that parts of the bill went too far, and it hurt the very communities it was supposed to protect. But he's never apologized for the culture that it created. Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, did use the word. In 1996, while defending that same crime bill.
They are often connected to big drug cartels. They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel.
She later apologized, saying, "I shouldn't have used those words." No shit, Hillary, no shit. And Bill Clinton doubled down at the time, defending the bill that made mass incarceration explode. Years later, he said the law went too far. But even his regret only came after the damage was irreversible, because by then prisons were full, families were broken, and the myth had done its job. The so-called super predator wave never even happened. Crime actually fell. Juvenile arrests dropped through the late 90s and into the 2000s. Even DeLulio, the man who coined the term, admitted that he was wrong and regretted how his idea had been used. But an apology doesn't erase what fear built. How do you apologize to kids who grew up criminalized before they'd even ever committed a crime? How do you apologize to the families that never saw their kids come home? That myth gave America permission to see Black children as threats, not kids. It birthed zero-tolerance school policies that turned classrooms into pipelines to prison. It justified trying minors as adults. It normalized headlines that called a 14-year-old Black boy a man. And even now, when the data disproves it all, the language never left. It just evolved. New words, same bias, same outcome. So yeah, some of them apologized. But the truth is, apologies don't rebuild what fear destroyed. The people who created that panic are still in power. The kids they criminalized are still paying for it. That's the real legacy of the super predator myth. It wasn't just about crime, it was about control. And once America found a way to make fear profitable, it never stopped cashing in.